Good morning. So we're back at another ditching project with grader this morning. I'll show you what we got done yesterday. But we have this drainage along the edge of the property line here, and the ditch needs to flow up this field here. You can see where we left potatoes, where it's a low spot here. Potatoes, more potatoes. So we have a natural depression in here, so we're going to draw a ditch up here and fill in the rest of this, so hopefully we get better drainage of this field. So that's what we're gonna work on today, and I'll show you what we got cut on the other end of the field yesterday. So yeah, so that's what it looks like before. And we'll go see what we can do. All right, so here we are on the other end of the field where we were yesterday. So we've cut this ditch down here. Sorry about the sun. We're down a good foot. And we winged, so we got water coming all the way along this fence line, and it turns where the grader's parked, and now we've got a pivot sitting in the middle of our waterway. So we'll deal with that next, but natural flow of water has to basically go through that pivot, which this is a knoll. But if you get on the other side of the knoll, which the pivot sits on top of the knoll, it drops significantly to the road, which has always been why this area of the field is held water, is because this knoll traps the water back in the field. So we got it worked up already, but we cut the ditch to grade to come water to come this way and along this edge. And so now we got the ditch cut, and we're going to work on draining, taking the knoll out and draining it. So this was yesterday's project. Alright, so we're over here with the grader. So this is the top of the ditch. It's where it's going to start, the headland, and then the knoll, you can see down in there where I left the potatoes, there's actually a line. You can see where the potatoes got left is the lowest spot. So we're going to draw a line straight from the headland here, which is the dip, where the dip starts. And we're going to draw a line straight through all the potatoes we left to the other ditch, and that is going to be our new ditch. And then we'll take most of that dirt and throw it up onto the hill this way, because most of the water comes from the long slope on that side. We'll pull the water, so we don't want to put a hump for the water coming this way. We mostly just want to fill in the hole that's in this direction. So we'll push most of the dirt over into here and put a ditch on grade this way. And then when we plant potatoes next time, we'll run a ditch on an angle across these rows to drain the water out to the edge of the field and down the ditch and out of the field. Once we get this roughed in, we'll bring the transit out and we'll make sure it's on grade. Okay, got our transit set up, and I've got my marker set up. So we're going to use the fall method for this one. So we're on grade, and we're just going to make sure we don't go up, because this mostly drops, but there's humps that go up, so we're just going to cut through the humps and get it on grade going to the bottom. So here we go. All right, we got the bottom of the ditch cut. Now we're just going to have to start winging out the edges of the ditch now. So we'll fan it off one way, fan it off the other. Mostly what we're trying to do is fill in down there. It's depression, so we'll take the dirt and put it in that depression there. So nice windrow, dirt, fill her in. All right, we're done. So we cut the ditch along the property line again. Wasn't too bad, just a bit of a high spot right there. You can tell the ridge that runs through here. Definitely annual rock, gravel underneath. Yep, we're all the way through it. Just in that spot. Got her cut and winged out. I'm going to shut the transit off. And here's our ditch, our main body of the ditch. So we're walking up the center of it. Should have good fall in both sides. And we definitely have fall going out. Well, yeah, not too bad.